Hi, beautiful beings of light. This is Yana, and welcome to my platform in the month of April of 2023. Yesterday, we had the 4-4 portal. So, to me, it's all about stabilizing the new earth frequencies here on earth more and more, right? Fractal by fractal, momentum by momentum, to get that potency, right? So then it can also, through our embodiment, we can finally see it and just kind of have that physical touch to it, has that physical touch to all that. Because, first it has to come from the pre-matter, has to come from the etheric realm, right? In order for us then to just to kind of see it through our five senses. But those who's got, they had third eye open, or you have your sixth sense, you know that these energies are changing, shifting, transforming, transmuting. For all that to really go high, which is all about raising the frequency vibration, we need to work on ourselves, right? Man minus ego equals God. So all this healing, all this transformational work needs to happen from within us, with us, right? And it starts here, right now, at this very moment. Again, being in a present moment, being here and now, that's where the magic is happening. Okay, and it's continue. We are going beyond time and space. And so we'll be talking about, of course, my project, but about the new earth. And, I have the new earth jurisdiction, the credo for the new earth jurisdiction. And of course, I represent the Ashtar command with the solar Rishi consciousness. The Galactics are here. We're the ground crew, and we're anchoring the cosmic energies here on this plane of existence, right? The physical. And remember, we're going to be semi-physical. Okay, and because our DNA is crystallizing, we are activating our etheric DNA, right? We're now bringing everything right side up. That's the north position. Base 12 mathematics, okay? Trinity structure, okay? So we have the proper sacred math, the perfect symmetry, sacred geometry, just like from, Satya Sai Baba, the solar rishis, Rishi sages of the Himalayan mountains, right? I have their pictures here. It's all about surrender and pretty much saying yes to our divinity and surrendering to source. The source, we are the source, we are the energy, we're the kundalini, we're the prana, we are the chi. So there is nothing really external, okay? And it's also important of that energy grid. Remember, we have the that's the vertical, and I work with the vertical channels. That's the female energies, and then the horizontal channels, right? That's more like a male energy, action, out there, external, scientific proof, right? But if it's 3D mainstream, it doesn't give you anything, because now the Holy Mother 16th dimension, and even with me, we're going to the 24th dimension, okay? 24 dimension. Those are extremely powerful but etheric energies, and for that you have to tune in, and you have to, like, no drinking, no smoking, just yoga, meditation, being in nature, superfood, fasting, drinking distilled water. So you're becoming more sensitive and empathic to everything that you're encountering, and people, situations. You know how to harmonize these energies. So you have this beautiful Merkaba around you, within you, of course. Everything starts from within. You're activating your etheric crystalline DNA through your crystalline heart. I was showing you the heart structure, so we'll go over some pictures again, right? Start speaking your truth, guys. This is your fifth chakra, so-called 5D, right? Fifth dimensions. But with the indigo warriors, the star seeds, we already had our third eye activated. We came through the Sirius portal. I think there was a Sirius B portal through the Hall of Amenti. The Akashic records are coming back online of this earth, or Earth, Mother Nature. Remember, she also has her Trinity. That's the Terra, Tara, and Gaia. I will show you some pictures as well if I remember and I have the time. So this is the new structure that is happening. Those who are the divine architects, we're kind of copying, or bringing the also energies of the ancient Lemuria, the ancient Atlantis. Remember, there's Atlantis rising, so that's the horizontal structure, right? That's the masculine energy, the science, the mind. But now we're bringing the feminine energies, right? The ancient Lemuria, where the masculine, the feminine, nicely blending together in equality and perfect harmony, unity, and that's what we're talking about when we talk about the Ascension, new earth, okay, co-creating it under the law of one, emerald order, emerald covenant, loving co-creation with free will. So we are planting the seeds, right? So I've been kind of just assisting with the grid work, with the energy work. For me, Lisa Renee is pretty much, for me so far, the best material I connect with, because we are dealing with the military operations, infiltration of AI, of ETs, of aliens, the negative ones with their negative alien agenda. Just quickly, I just want to show you something, because I already created 2 videos, but short videos. I posted them on a Rumble account, Kalyana82. And why? Because I was talking more about this, right? The body is overtaken, okay, by the negative entities, shadow creatures. And guys, this is nothing new under the sun. This has been happening, and this, who illustrates this guy has hundreds witnesses and evidence that so many people, and especially the world leaders, right, business, politics, military, religion, this what was shown or seen in their aura energy field, okay? So if you want to know more about it, Rumble, Kalyana82, okay? And look at the similarity from Elena's Danan book, okay? Look at all this. So they've been planning. That's called, again, this is YouTube. I'm not going to talk much about, the new world order of that negative version. Okay. And so my project is all about, it's helping the power elite, right? So look what we have to deal with, right? The chakras, everything, hexed, contaminated, overtaken consciousness, especially the soul of that individual, right? The mind control. And look who is behind it, whether it's the BlackRock, right? All these corporations, the military operations, the proxy wars with proxy Israel, who is behind it, right? So in the astral plane, there's a total different jungle there, total different scenarios. We're dealing with the Scorpio organizations, the astral organizations, right? Like the Scorpio, Hydra, Octopus, and I'm sure there are others. Okay, so this is, because that's why I work with the Ashtar. I started in Eastern Europe, right? It was about yoga, Ayurveda, Metaphysica, Mystica, Jewish Kabbalah. Okay, and I was contacted by, I need to print a picture, I think, kind of he actually was very similar, like Ashtar, he's blonde, like, he's like a Libra, extremely, very, very powerful, very good looking, pleading guy, Ashtar come a lot, and that looks like he's now much longer hair, blue eyes, but then there's also, of course, Nordic version of it, and they may be of that negative nature, so it's not always the physical, guys. So it's all going to be a frequency vibration. When you see something, like pause, right? Like pause, just go into your heart and just feel the frequency of that situation, of that person, what the person is wearing, because some of that symbology comes from the, true Rosicrucians, right? I was showing you the book. So the work of Madame Blavatsky, we are resurrecting her energy and her work as well, because, of course, she's been demonized, right? But by whom, right? Go to my Rumble channel. A Rumble account, and so we are so it's the proper the currents in that sacred geometry, because they were stealing the negative ones, okay, the dark forces, the fallen angelics, okay, stealing the sacred geometry, Okay, the symbols of mystica, of white magic, right? That's what they do, right? They just want to take over, and then turning the flow upside down in reverse. So they would be siphoning energies from divine beings, from the Essenes, from the angelic human beings, and from the volunteer souls, from starseeds, from indigo warriors, having that loosh, because they're parasites, right? They are vampires, okay? And that's how they create havoc here on this planet, because they wanted to have a control of the entire solar system, the galaxy, the Milky Way. And that's why the fallen angelics were also making deals with the negative ones from another fallen system, the Wisa system. So again, it's a complex operation. For me, it took me years just studying all this vocabulary from Ascension glossary, Lisa Arania, but because I experience it, guys, the information that I am sharing with you, even though it comes through my soul signature, energy signature, is based on direct experiences. I had crazy experiences. What in the world is happening? Who is this? What it is all about? How come I was not informed? Where is informed consent, especially in the military, introducing yoga, right? To military, and they wanted to make AI Marine out of me, some kind of sex slave, a CIA asset, assassin. What in the world? How come that was not it was not discussed with me? Okay. And then I remember watching the movie when I was 16 years old, right? That was already Czech Republic, okay? I was watching La Femme Nikita, right? She was the CIA asset. Her code name was Josephine. So when she received her phone call, Josephine, she had to get herself situated, get her gun, right? Special forces, and kind of eliminate certain individuals of the elite. And that's kind of your program like that. You have to do it, otherwise they take your life. But somehow, right, because of my technology, and there is also like an agreement that I agreed with the Zetas, okay, and with the Anunnaki and with the Nazis, because I represent the lineage, the bloodline. They're agreeing to start healing. We'll see how everything goes, right? Because I have the project for them, but it's just like, where is the help? Where is the support? And this is very sensitive, guys, because it's a military, and people are losing their lives, and especially in the military, those guys, right, whether homeless or suicidal. I mean, that's why I talk about the recruitments, how horrible that is, and the direct programming. And again, there are footages of Julian Assange, it can prove all that, right? But again, so looks like now, because they're telling me whether it's from the Ashtar command, directly from Ashtar, even personally, right? From the my Pleiadian family, and of course from Andromeda, from Sirius, and so on. And then of course I have the elite, and the politicians, the high-ranking military officers, right? So this is what I've been dealing with, what I'm dealing with. So again, this is not for everybody, guys. It's the AI. It's highly strategic. It's military oriented. It has to do also with the Project Paperclip, Gestapo, has to do with the energies of World War I, World War II, right? And of course, we had all these American Revolution, French Revolution, okay. So, and the Fleur de Lis, and how we had the kings and queens, and then we had the pharaohs in ancient Egypt, and how that all got infiltrated of the Essenes. So I'll begin showing pictures, guys, so I can show you graphically. Right now, this is all I can do for you. I only have a phone. I don't even have computers. So I just please be patient with me, and just kind of have fun with it, because this is for educational purposes, guys, mostly. And of course, bringing these high codes, the Paradisian codes here, so because we're the DNA activators, light code carriers, and really take it easy for yourself. It's just a lot of information, and so it's good when you're in your heart. Just be aware of your breath, and just kind of being that energies of love love and faith and trust and grace and compassion and being grateful and thankful, and really that self-love. It starts with self-love, forgiveness, because again, fighting those Nazis and with the Nazi party and the Gestapo and the Khazar and the Hyksos kings and so on, we have to do it through embodying the compassionate formula, right? Like just like Kuan Yin, through the energy of goddess, of the divine feminine, healing with the divine masculine, right? And then merging together. So again, we are whole, we are complete, we're the angelic divine luminous beings, right? Some of us, of course, we represent the Anunnaki, the Dracos, the Draconians, and those volunteer souls. We come from extremely high dimensions. For us, bringing those cosmic energies here for us, for us, it's being of service. It's total surrender. And it's a sacrifice in a way, but not like a sacrifice like a martyr, like in that negative faction. It's just like, okay, we volunteer, raising the frequency vibration. It's time for planet Earth to finally ascend, because we've been doing it for millennia, for hundreds and thousands of years, to get the planet liberated from the negative forces because of the frequency fences. And again, I'll show you the Pluto, the Saturn, the lunar forces, all this satellite. We had the 5G rollout, the Wi-Fi, right? We have robots now going on, guys, 3D printing, right? And so the technology now, right, because we're raising the frequency vibration, the gamma ray frequencies here. Of course, people have ascension symptoms. So again, be loving with yourself, be forgiving with yourself and everything. But we have to do it under the law of one. We have to do it now. How God or Creator would like to have it done, with peace, with ease and grace. That's why we're implementing the Galactic Codex. And read the Galactic Codex. I have the New Earth jurisdiction, right, guys? So I'll be going through all these materials just quickly, just kind of bullet points, right? So the Galactic Codex right here is like a simplified version in a way, but we're now writing the law of divine grace, right? As we're writing the waves of ascension, which, it's like everything is pretty much, it's all about raising the frequency vibration. It's all about healing, transforming, right? Invoking the violet flame. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I have the Ascension Guardian protocol, the Japa mantra meditation, listening to solfeggio tones, 5D shielding, okay, superfood, if you have those triggers really that bring you into anger, into frustration, have a paper and pen and start writing those memories down, because that's how you release it from your cellular memory, guys. And then that's the polarity integration. That's the transformational work where you integrate the darkness back into light. And we're doing it, of course, individually, with me also professionally. I'm kind of more on the diplomatic side, right? So you have to know how to behave, how to communicate with loving kindness, even though it can be frustrating. And we're talking about the negativity, the negative aliens, or the agendas, right? All this infiltration and miscommunication, all these lies and deceptions, and so on. But it's like, thank you for letting me know. Right now, I know, I see, I understand. For me, if I'm frustrated, but once I understand, I'm being informed for some reason, I get calm. I'm like, okay, so I'm expanding my consciousness, I'm growing, I'm evolving, right? I'm strengthening my inner core. That's why if something triggers me, there's negativity, and trust me, even working in the restaurant, my intestines are kind of, I'm having problems with that. Looks like they're kind of, the picture was that it's getting, just kind of, it's like surrounded with some kind of blood clots, but it is what it is, because I'm dealing with hundreds of people, right, every day, even though it's like for 5 hours there. And then I'm dealing with people who drink, people who smoke, and I'm just so, freaking out. I'm so disappointed. I don't know how to say that. Everybody vapes there. they're drinking, smoking, vaping, right? Some of them more or less in stress, eating all this sugar, right? All these carbs, all the wheat and everything. So I'm like, Om Namah Shivaya. Some of them are beautiful young souls, okay? They have children, and I can see how, again, they're perpetuating the cycle, right? They're in a matrix, and like I see how the matrix is kind of pulling them down, right? And so, instead of meditation, the mindfulness, bringing into their lives, first of all, they are busy, right? Everybody's working hard here, and that's the kind of problem in a way, that people don't have time for their heart, for their soul, okay? But I can see how the drugs are overtaking those people's consciousness, instead of you being in charge, right? Some kind of cigarette, some kind of drug, some kind of addictions. That's why with me, the project, everything that what I'm creating, how to get out of all these old habits. But at the same time, we've been dealing with DARPA, right? All these electronic implants, the brain to brain interfaces, all these radiation, graphene oxides, nanobots, nanites, holographic inserts. And again, I've done that. It was done on me. So I know what it is when they they hack your DNA, your bioneurology, your chakras, your energy field, total distortion of the sacred geometry in your vortexes, in your energy centers, okay? How you're being totally engulfed with the black goo, right? Because they have directed energy weapon, psychotronic weapon, red wave frequency. So I've been there, I've done it, okay? And so, here we go with the Ashtar coming in under the law of one, the Emerald Order, Emerald Covenant. We're bringing everything into divine justice, right? I have the healing project for my tribe, for veterans or whoever is open to this, because, this is not easy. There's so much doubt. There's so much fear, right? Because these guys, they're running reversals. They've been lied to. They've been betrayed. And even their DNA technology been invaded, okay, by the negative ones, and with their high level of technology, right? High tech, the DARPA, like I already mentioned, okay? So we'll see how everything goes, how everything flows. It's a lots of materials. So step by step, again, whatever time you have, those who is interested, whether kind of with communication, with helping, and with their own healing, okay, and start understanding what really happened to us as humanity, as planet, as this entire system, society, and how the infrastructure, right? Everything was violated and infiltrated by the negative ones, the macerator races. We call it Illuminati, Cabal, but those individuals were already born with distorted consciousness, with dark souls. They already were born in those satanic families where they practice rape and sodomy and black magic, and those children, right, they're being sacrificed, and drinking adrenochrome. So what in the world, right, do we want from those kind of individuals? They already grew up in those broken families, and then they were broken, and now they're in those high positions. So that's why understanding all that, it's so important, okay? And some of these also, the older generation, they were children in death camps, right? Losing their children, or saw their parents being executed. That's trauma that is stuck in their cellular densities, and if you don't release it, you know what happens? The darkness then overtake you, and you're nothing but a puppet, right, of those black magicians, and running the reversals. That was the Nephilim reversal grid, the guide stones, right? The Georgia guide stones. It's all falling. But it takes time for people to heal, to recover, to recuperate, to finally get things going. And just what in the world happened to me, to us, to my family? All these curses, black magic, where is this coming from, right? The ancient cosmic galactic earth history. That's guardians material, Yana. I mean, again, some of that stuff, it's kind of outdated. So that's why Lisa Renee, right, she's got a huge big platform, her materials for healing, for ascension, and just the ascension glossary, right? The history, the negative ones, the aliens, the positive ETs. So that's a lot of material. that kind of needs to be studied, right? And that's why I want people to have more and more time for themselves and for their education, true education, because everything pretty much that we learn or was told to us from mass media, and you have also the medical industry, the technology, the science, whew, it needs to go. It was all based on these reversals, based on mathematics, and there's the propaganda, and there is corruption, okay? So we need to start from within with ourselves, right here, right now, each and every moment, raising the frequency, vibration, the potency, okay? And so we start healing ourselves, our energy field, our mental bodies, our emotional bodies, our physical bodies, right? And remember that we are spiritual beings having human experience. So going back to the Galactic Codex, guys, here, right, we have the law of balance, and guess what? Tomorrow, right, or even today, tomorrow is going to full moon in Libra. For me, that sign always played very important role, even though I was born in May, but I'm probably now walking, my consciousness expands. It's been kind of told to me that now I'm like the Libra, and the Libra represents the balance and weighing those scales, right, and divine justice, and bringing the divine order, cosmic order here back online to this dimension for ascension, for transition, for healing, for transformation, transmutation, for all this renovation, for perestroika, right? So the law of balance, so those negative ones, the negative factions, some of them actually have highly evolved souls, sensitive souls, gentle souls, they were blackmailed. You can read the book, right? One Nation Under Blackmail from Whitney Webb, right? So they have to accept the Galactic Codex. That's the systemized code of inner ethics, right? You can study yoga, 8 steps of yoga. It's part of my project or protocol, like very important. Yamas, niyamas, morals, virtues, ethics, spiritual discipline, right? Join some or go to some yoga classes, transcendental meditation, even though, just be careful. All kinds of energies, guys, now, interesting energies everywhere. Right, so protect your field, the 12D shielding, right? 3 Hertz meditation. Join us for Unity meditation with Sandra Walter. We've been doing it for 7 years. So that shows something that works, okay? Also, there was some channeling from Marina Jacobi just a couple of days ago, guys. Now, because of the Saturn Pisces, but the Pluto, right? Pluto also, that's why very much affects me, because in my first house, and the planet Pluto, right, is my first house and is in Libra, okay? So, and also like all these people want to be in relationships, isn't it 7th house? So I have a Chiron and Jupiter, and all is in Aries, and isn't it the Chiron in Aries right now, like healing the wounded warrior archetype? That's what I represent. We're the warriors, the cosmic warriors, bring the cosmic energies here to this dimension where we've been violated, brutally abused, raped, tortured, right? All these AI everywhere, electronic implants, brain-to-brain interfaces, all kinds of antenna, right? Having the Nazi DNA also in my bloodline, guys. So I'm telling you, this is a huge big perestroika. This is a huge big cleansing, on all levels, whether personal, individual, collective, right? Planetary, interstellar, galactic, cosmic, universal, name it. That's why we are ascending. Well, let there be light. In order to let there be light to ascend, to be lighter and lighter, to join our galactic cosmic family, we need to do all this cleansing, clearing, purification. Even like my room, right? Are you cleaning your closet, your refrigerator, or your room, right? Because this dust is everywhere. So those who are not accepting the Galactic Codex, space dust, no memory being recalled, enough is enough. And of course, we're dealing with their programming. These guys need to be deprogrammed and rehabilitating their DNA, very important, through bioregenesis. So my background is yoga and Ayurveda, solar Rishi consciousness, right? Christosophia principle, God consciousness, and so on. So this is a huge big operation that will, take time, and it's, phase, you have phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. But even back to Marina Jacobi, please have a food supply, right? Because now those 3 months, like I said, the Pluto in going to Aquarius, Pluto in Aquarius, so all kinds of upheavals, and you've been watching and observing it, right? Even Mother Earth, she's done with all this stuff, right? No more abuse or violence, even of plants and animals and children and humanity, right? Enough is enough. So we need to start being responsible, learn our lessons. Oh, thank you for showing me that, right? All these karmic healing needs to happen, the karma in all this family, right? The ancestral lineage, like Om Namah Shivaya, all these black magicians, then you have the bloodline families, right? The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, and they were in charge of the entire infrastructure. This is a huge big operation, so take time for yourself and honor the place where you are right now. Okay, very important. But anyway, so this is the work that we're doing, time to evolve, right? And so those digress or regress races, the vulgar races, the masturbator races, they were stealing our DNA and creating all this beast machine technology, right? All these shadow creatures, demonic creatures, and the Baphomet network, and who they've been involved in transhumanism, transgenderism, and all these boom boom boom, right? The biotech and technocrats and so on, guys. So it's just time for you to go. It is what it is, or accept the Galactic Codex. That's why we have the law of intervention, the divine intervention, prayers, right? Or prayers, meditation, right? It's through your heart, but the power of your heart, it's being confident with yourself, remembering who you truly are. Then the prayers are very powerful. Okay, so and we just make sure that everything goes peacefully, but we're very strategic, especially Ashtar Komen. You can read the Ashtar Komen on my website. I wrote some here in the document section, what it represents, the Ashtar Komen. Okay, so what are the goals, the objectives, and so on. And we are using now the law of response, which is the golden rule. How do you want to be treated? That's how we treat others, right? It's like how we treat others, right? That's how we're treating ourselves. So even though we're miserable, angry, right? Or you can say today, I don't really feel well. I feel very frustrated, Let me do some inner work. Let me go to nature. And when I'm feeling better, then I can be of service. I can help you, right? The communication with loving kindness is very important. If you feel angry, right? And again, I posted that already on my Rumble. Let me see if I find it. Find a place to do all these, if you need to you need a punching bag, right? Go to a gym. Or if you need to, start shouting, screaming, yelling, please do it, kind of in solitude, away from other people, pets, animals, and so on, from family, from children, right? I was doing it in my car, for example. Okay, when I was driving, I was in New York, driving to work, screaming, shouting, yelling, but same time, okay, now the cars are approaching, so maybe it'll calm down a little bit. But it's because those are warriors, and I got my fire going. That's my moon in Leo, and so I got lots of fire. Like I told you, my 7th house, Chiron and Jupiter, they're in Aries, right? All this woundedness, everything that was done to us from stars, for starseeds, high priestesses, we were burned at stake, like Joan d'Arc, okay, and other heroes. And so I'll show you something. Look, she's actually, if some people were wondering what in the world happened with Joan d'Arc, she's perfectly fine, right? Look at this. She's perfectly fine. Where do you think she is? Where do you think she is? Right? Where do you think she is? You can read this book. Find out, figure it out. Look at this Rosicrucian. Look at this David Stark. Where does it really come from? Look, where is this really coming from? I was showing you these pictures, right? That's the integration of divine feminine, divine masculine. Those are ancient sacred geometry, extremely sacred. The negative ones, right? They distort it and then bring the upside down kind of reverse current flow into that sacred geometry and do black magic, right? So again, it's not about really the symbology, is now the frequency vibration, and now we can see them. Dark aura, dark energy, look at their actions, what their lifestyles, where they live, right? Even though some of them are moon, Mars, spaceship, spacecraft. So that thing is going to divine justice. Their technology deactivated, not functional. They have a super quantum computers on their dark fleet, right? So that is collapsing. That's it's just turn off the turn off the power button, right? Or just unplug it, pull the plug, and sorry, divine justice. Okay. And also, I'll show you what they did. The Orion group, look, their Seeker, look what's their sign in Seeker Empire, how they reverse everything. Do you see this? And they infiltrated, especially I talk about the military, right? And those guys, they are coded with these kind of codes and signs. I used to, when, I was in their system, because of the nanobots, nanotechnology, they insert into, I couldn't see this is a Marine, this is Army, this is Navy, or this is Coast Guard. They all are coded with certain codes, right? And you can even see in their aura who is who, right? There's like a black box around them, so it means what that represents, right? They're also being controlled, manipulated, and they cannot say anything, right? They cannot say even anything to their parents. Everything is secret. So that's why I teach what I teach. I say what I say. I know I have to be extremely careful. But don't you think the good ETs, the benevolent ETs, that they know everything? Like, there's a surveillance going on. But again, are you in your heart? Are you loving yourself? Are you devoted to yourself, to your heart, to your soul? Do you know your passion? Do you have your project? Do you have your portfolio? How do you want to be of service? How do you want to help others? What are your gifts and talents? Sharing with others, with your family, with your friends, with the world, right? Step by step. It can be a frustrating process. It's very challenging. I agree, I know how that is, but you just get up again, and here we go again. It has to be consistency, persistency with all that. So, and because now with the boomerang effect, right, what goes around comes around, law of cause and effect, guys. Okay, are we choosing love or are we choosing fear? Because now the energy is coming back to us. So pointing fingers, this politician, that politician, read the energy. Read your energy. What is your horoscope? What is your numerology? What is your mission? What is your purpose? Why did you come to this planet? What are your gifts and talents, right? We have a practice of the evolving self, dismantle your old belief system. So be selfish, spiritually selfish. Start working on yourself, okay? And then I talk about the law of perpetual transmutation of energy, which is the violet flame as we are entering, right? I mean, this is like a dawn of the new golden age. It's not like, oh, we're in a golden age and everything is like a butterfly, right? No, it's got lots of responsibility, accountability, right? And working with the violet flame, the 7 ray, that's why even, right, this year, 2023, number 7 is very spiritual number for me. 7 and 8, those are kind of my numbers, and 2. And then polarity integration for me, right? And also it represents the 7 ray, the 7 ray of creation. The 12 ray of creation is the platinum, right? That's why we want us doing the 12D shielding, the platinum light around us, within us. So all this technology, all the chips can kind of be neutralized or taken out. And there's a case. I had a Zeta human coming here and finally undoing what was done. I don't know whether even in my body, because my physical body is actually semi-physical. My aura, my astral field, and my physical body are actually almost as one, because we are so etheric, we're so multidimensional, we come from extremely high dimensions. So they had to remove some of my chips because I was supposed to be Josephine, assassin, right, CIA asset. So they have all kinds of implants, guys. This is the Hydra. I've been under Hydra, octopus, and all this stuff. No thank you, right? So we need to start being responsible here, the Ascension, right? I mean, this is a Serapis Bay. This is the fourth ray of creation, priest from Atlantis, keeper of the Ascension flame, right? So also the energies of Holy Mother, Divine Mother. So that there are so many Templars who ended up in those satanic kind of institutions, operations, skull and bones and terroristic organizations. There are lots of Templars of that rose lineages. So some of them are even Nazis or, Gestapo, Germano, and so on. Is just because guys, XY chromosome phenomena, they don't have a womb. They are much more easily kind of converted, how some people convert from Islam to Christianity or vice versa. So instead of running the Kristalla code base 12 mathematics, right? So if they enter military or they're intermarried to the Nazi family, slowly and surely, it's called self-killing, right? They're reversing you into that base 10 mathematics, and you know who is behind the base 10 mathematics, right? So they're then reversing you, and then they have to be fulfilling the agenda of those negative ones. So this is what I've been experiencing, guys. Again, it's coming from my own direct experiences. Only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. I'm all about now healing, building communities, healing centers, Zen gardens, Zen meditation, yoga, Ayurveda. I want to have an Ayurveda restaurant. Okay, all these kind of things. So these are my very beautiful, this Shiva Bala Yogi Maharaj especially. I mean, I have it in my room. I mean, such a beautiful energy. He's the represents the energy archetype of Cobra, right? They know how to kind of dance with Cobra. Very, very powerful, but very respectful you have to be to that animal. And there is nothing but unconditional love of Divine Mother, Holy Mother. So that's why very important to surround yourself with those kind of pictures, right? Where it's blossoming your heart, your soul connection. You're realizing your soul, your divine potential, right? And you remember who you truly are and why you came here to this planet and how you can be of service with ease and grace. Okay, so that's so let me start showing you the pictures, because I know. So that was the Galactic Codex, guys. So I have the project, right? The project for the military, right? And of course it's for the fallen ones, for DARPA. Is it for Zeta, for Dracos, for the reptilians, the power elite, right? All these leaders and so on, those who, especially like the military section, right? And those healing from the MK Ultra Monarch and Montauk, this alien hybridization, DNA mutation, the satanic ritual abuse. So this is and also, we have the CRISP technology. They have 3D printing, robotics. I mean, it's unbelievable. All these bioweapons, the AI, what that thing represents, and so on. So many beautiful, even scientists. They are those who are awakening and who are extremely intelligent and who are for whether America or for this new earth, right? Paradigm and paradise. So it's being shown to them, right? Even Nikola Tesla, Einstein, right? They were channeling these energies from their higher self, from cosmos, right? This new formula, the quantum physics, the quantum science, it's all happening, it's all blossoming, right? Because we are quantum, we are multidimensional, and we're dealing with extra dimensional or interdimensional beings. Some of them are benevolent, some of them are malevolent. So differentiation, right? Very important. Discrimination. So purifying your mind, kind of decoding yourself, deprogramming yourself, rewiring the subconscious mind. Very important. So you see who is who. And that's how, you can be then of service. That's how you can help others, because, we're dealing with highly advanced technology. And with ETs, with aliens, and it's just also why, because we are them and they are us. And are we choosing metaverse, the inorganic structure of the AI, or the organic structure of AI, the supreme intelligence of our creator, right, of creation, of all that is, I am that I am, or you're choosing the gold mine algorithm, the god of all things, running the reversals based on mathematics, even base 11 mathematics. Those are Anunnaki, the fallen angelics, the fallen seraphim, like I was showing you last time. So knowing that, understanding that, and whatever your experience is, right, honor your experiences. Start having respect or appreciation to everything that happened to you, because it was for your soul growth, for your evolution. Even though it was extremely painful and it was full of suffering, and so many people lost their friends, their family members, children, right? But it's like, for something about the experience, guys, we needed to have that experience, because once you have that experience, then you understand, and then you can be compassionate with others, and you relate to other people who had experienced similar situation, similar loss or a tragedy or devastation or catastrophe, right? And that's again the new earth structure, right? The quantum financial system, heart by heart, step by step, helping each other, loving each other, being here for each other, right? Where the universe provides everything. It's abundance. We are abundant, right? And then the crystalline technology, free energy, Tesla towers, levitating cars, spaceships, spacecraft, but making sure we're aligning ourselves with the natural laws, the law of one, right? Very important, guys. Understanding the 13 principles, 13 principles again of natural laws. Please study that, educate yourself. And we have the law of polarity, right? Very important. Law of transformation, law of verification. We have the law of gender. Oh, and now with the transhumanism, transgenderism, and all this kind of stuff, guys. So please, read some of that stuff. Okay, the law of gender, so very important, so you can start integrating and understanding all that. So take time for yourself, study. Okay, I have just a little bit more things here on that positive side, that we are ascending. Know that all is well. Understand, like, what is ascension, right? The ascension mechanics. Okay, I already showed you these pictures. And also, who is choosing? Are you choosing the positive timeline? Let me see. It means ascension. This is the tree of life, right? The base 12 mathematics, the cosmic crystalline tree of life. This is how the consciousness evolves, grows, expands, right? So we have to exit this 1, 2, 3, right? And going to 4, 5, 6. That's harmony universe number 2, harmony universe number 3, right? And we have the harmony universe number 4. That's your avatar self, right? This is your Christic mind, Buddha mind, and you are your avatar Dhamma, avatar self, with the solar Rishi consciousness here. I talk about those 3 royal houses, okay? So this is how we this is how we roll here, okay? That's what it all represents. And I have to let me see, end in a little bit. So remember, be in your heart. This is the song of Gabriel, heart flame activation, inspiration, just being in your heart, knowing your passion, know who you truly are, do what you love to do, right? We have this divine reunion or union going on, right? But it first happened on a soul level, right? The energy level, and then it can happen physically, and creating those communities in unity, right? Peace and harmony for eternity, right? I was talking through our crystal heart, okay? Sacred geometry, and live in peace, peace, harmony, I already said that, abundance, right? So we can join the galactic cosmic family, and experience what is truth, what is happiness, what is joy, what is bliss, all that is, because that's who we are. Many blessings and namaste. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.